In this episode, I'm going to show you how to record at home with the Rode microphone and Rode Connect software. The equipment required is a computer as before, with for software Audacity and Rode Connect, which can be obtained from the Rode website. Hi, I just wanted to show you how I do my recordings at home here, and this is the microphones I use. These are the Rode NT USB Mini, and I have a pair of these. They have a little socket in the back as well, so you can plug in earphones, 3.5mm socket. The base is magnetic, so this comes off and you can push it out and put an adapter in there, so you can screw this onto a microphone stand, or if you've got a boom stand it will screw into that, but I usually leave it on this stand because what I have is this little setup, and this is a acoustic shield, and it comes from Toner, and I've got it mounted on this. This is a 2-in-1 arm for microphones and a little desktop stand. So all I do is with my microphone, I use this little foam pad in there, and that just stands on top like that, if you can see that. Let's turn that around so you can see that, and I just pull those in a little bit, and that isolates the sound good enough for me to record. Now let me just move that out the way. The recording software I use is called Rode Connect. If I just turn this round, there is the Rode Connect software. I'll actually do another recording of that because I can show you how that works properly with just recording the actual software itself. Okay, here's how I do my recording. I've shown you the microphone, and here's Rode Connect. Now you can have up to 4 microphones here. The system is if you have, say, have a media player on your computer and you want to bring that in and record it. Virtual channel is where you'd bring in things like Zoom inputs and things like that. And over here is a sound bank. At the moment that one's sound effects, but you can go on to number 2 and all these are blank. You can fill them with what you want. Ideal for playing jingles or any audio source at all. So this is where I am. On the microphone channels as well, what you can also do, if you click here, you can set up these effects. First of all, you've got gain there, and here's your effects. Big bottom is basically bass boost, aural exciter is treble boost in effect, and there's your compressor from compressing it all down to the same sort of volume. Now there's a noise gate on here which does work quite well, but I find the new Open Vino noise reduction in Audacity is really excellent, so I tend to use that, as I'll show you later on. So let's get on, I'll show you what I do. So we're all ready to go. Here's my script. The first bit of audio that's got to be recorded is over here, this where it says it's the week of the 8th February to 14th. So the first bit is this bit. So here we go. To record, I press this. Hello and welcome to Turn Back Time. It's the week of the 8th of February to the 14th of February 1976. Now I always leave a couple of seconds at the beginning, a couple of seconds at the end. That will become clear why later on. When you stop the recording and you press again to do another one, it is a completely new recording, so it puts it into a separate file, which is ideal for doing this. Talking about separate files, something else I'll show you just quickly. Over here under preferences, down here you've got recording in stereo, but if you click here you can select multi-channel. Now that's ideal if you've got 2 or more people recording. You can get each microphone will come out as a separate recording, so you can get hold of, if the volume's a bit low on one, you can get hold of that and boost it up. So it just gives you a bit more flexibility in the recording. So the next bit is this Sunday. So I click on record again. On Sunday the 8th of February 1976, a referendum on whether to join the Comoros or remain a French overseas territory was held on the island of Mayotte. The proposal was rejected by 99.42% of the 18,061 voters. I then go through the rest of these in order, recording them and stopping on each one so I get separate files. And I'll get on with that and I'll show you what comes next. Now I've got all the tracks recorded. What I can do, if I just go back up here, first of all, then over here I click on this symbol with the microphone, and this shows me all the files. So there is all the files, and if I scroll down to the bottom, that's the first one I recorded, which I know is this one. So what I'll do, I'll select it, I'll rename it as 08 to 14 Feb 1976, and then down here where you see the loudness, I'll set that to -14 LUFS. Notice here as well I have the format unWAV. You can have MP3, but for vocals I prefer to leave it as a WAV. So I'll click export. It then asks me where I want to export it to, and I've already got this folder set up. So I'll click on that, select folder, and it's done it. Now what I do, I delete this copy because there's no point having two, it's just taking up room on your computer. So I delete that one and I've got the exported one. So just click delete, delete. Then we go to the next file, which I know is Sunday. So title that Sun 8 Feb 1976, and this, notice this is still at 14 LUFS, hasn't changed. Export, look for that folder, select folder, it's gone, and then I can delete that and go on the next one, and then I'll continue doing this for all the tracks that I've recorded. So I've exported all the files. As you can see, there's none there. I can put that back to there. I can now close down Road Connect. When we've finished all our recordings, we go to where they are, and in my case it is down here, Recordings Files, turn back time, and we can see all the recordings here. Now these really need to be top and tailed, so go to the first one, just right click it, open with Audacity, and in Audacity we just double click and we go up here, Effect, Open Vino Noise Suppression, and apply. And you can see that's cleaned up quite nicely. What I do then, I go to near the beginning, just click and drag that, delete that, and then I play. So listen and say, this is welcome to Turn Back Time, it's the week of the 1st of February. So I can say, this is welcome to Turn Back. So I can see that because I was talking when I was recording, the bit I actually want, it's not that, it starts here. Welcome to Turn Back Time, it's the week of the 1st of February to the 7th of February 1976. And I just check that last bit. 76. Right, so I don't need that bit on the end. Delete that. And then I just do File, Export Audio. Make sure this is WAV. Make sure I'm going to the right place, which isn't right at the moment. It's Turn Back Time, back into there. Click Save. Now when I export, it recognises that I've already got one of those and I want to replace it. Yes, I do. Just click Yes. And then I can close Audacity down. Don't want to save the project. And then I go to the next one. Open it up with Audacity. And then the same thing, double click, Effect, OpenVino, Noise Suppression, Apply. And you can see with this one, because it's longer, these marks are not showing 1 second. So I click on the expand and you can see it's expanded now. If I click that to go at the beginning, and you can see each of these is now 1 second long. I can then get my top and tail in right. So if you want to leave about 1/4 of a second at the beginning, then I just click it to go to the end. About 1/4 second at the end, delete, back to the beginning, and we listen to it and then save it, and then we repeat that for all the tracks.